Hello, Geneva. I'm Mayor Kevin Burns, and this is Business Beat. We are live at Absolute Music on beautiful East State Street with the owner, operator, builder extraordinaire, Jake Fairbanks.
How you doing?
Jake, thanks for having us, man.
Good to see you.
This is from a neophyte. This is so cool.
It's cool, right? Yeah,
Very cool.
Definitely.
But it's more than just learning how to play.
No, definitely. We're primarily a music lesson facility.
Right.
But we also offer an array of technological services.
Incredible.
We do podcasting, YouTube. Kids can create YouTube channels and make videos. We do 3D printing, music production, recording arts. And all of those services are for 6 years old all the way up to the 17-year-old that's going to be going to Columbia or a Belmont University in the future. We can prepare them for that. So it's really for all ages.
The trajectory of talent must be incredible. We just met a young student who's 7 years old, and she's having lessons now.
Yes.
And it's just the beginning.
It's the funnest part. It's amazing to see what the kids are actually capable of and how young they are and how talented they are. That's really the best part of it. You don't think about that always going in.
Right.
And then once they sign up and they start singing and performing, you're really shocked by the talent. It's exciting.
And obviously the atmosphere has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you create a modern, technological, fun environment, you keep kids interested.
Absolutely.
Some music programs are, dated and maybe kids will lose interest a little bit. Where here we find they stay focused, they stay engaged.
Now, I played the recorder for many years. And just kind of fell out of favor with that.
Yeah,
so
you should have stuck with it.
I should have stuck. I could have been.
Yeah.
I know.
Could have been something.
Would have been unbelievable, wouldn't it? So. We're going to check out this. This board is like this is fascinating.
Yeah, this is the Absolute Project Board. So basically what this is all of our students engage in a project because we're a goal-oriented program. So the concept is instead of just the hamster wheel of music lessons that kind of leads you to nowhere,
that's a great line, by the way.
Objective for our students to achieve, which is usually a recording. This student is singing a vocal song. And these are actually posted on SoundCloud, which we email to the parents. They love getting them. The kids love seeing themselves on SoundCloud. They come in here all the time to see if their song's been put up. It's a lot of fun. And we have a Absolute Kids SoundCloud, and we have an Absolute Teens SoundCloud. So for the teens, it's obviously a much more serious, full productions, radio-ready recordings. Definitely very cool. A lot of them even have their own SoundCloud accounts that we produce songs for, and they put them on there.
Now, obviously, there must be a philosophy. If you write down your project, you're more apt to achieve the goal.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
If you first have a goal and you write that down and you have a deadline, we find that our kids are more likely to achieve it. We also integrate students with other students, so they can complete projects together. So it's a great thing.
I met some of your instructors already. And now, as a younger person, I would be intimidated just performing. But your instructors have that quality. They're likable, they're talented, and they know how to bring out the talent in the kids.
Oh yeah, we definitely handpick our instructors. They're all, very energetic, well-versed in not just one instrument, but a few other, maybe a few instruments, as well as all of the technology and recording.
It's incredible.
Yeah, so we definitely set the bar high as far as, our staff.
No question.
We really look for the right candidates to provide, the service that we're offering.
Talented staff, beautiful environment, all the bells and whistles.
Definitely.
So we're going to go check out all the bells and whistles, folks, okay? Let's follow Jake down the hallway of success.
All right, come check it out. Come on. Over here we have our podcast room. This is where kids can create their own podcast. It's basically a radio station. So they can bring friends into their lesson at no additional cost. Which is really cool. Parents love that. So you pay your tuition and you can actually have your friends come in and join with you to create the podcast. It's an hour once a week program. Okay,
let me ask you an archaic question here.
Okay.
Only based on my age, of course. I come in, I do a podcast, so my grandparents or others throughout the country can listen.
They can listen to it, digitally anywhere. And with the podcast, the scholastic part is to actually create a podcast. Could be about video games or anything fun.
Okay.
And the post-editing is really the educational part.
Got it.
So they then take that and they edit it and add music and laugh tracks and samples and organize it. And that's really where, the tutelage comes in.
Yeah, right, exactly. I think that word scholastic is the best word.
Scholastic. Yeah.
So there's academic benefit of this as well. It's not just having fun.
Exactly, definitely. It's not just having fun. To me, technology can be used as a toy or as a tool, and here we really use it as a tool.
That's
not
well
just
said.
a toy. So,
That's well said.
Yeah. So the kids can really honestly create like an intro, outro, and then we even teach them, like, let's say your friend says something funny.
Yeah.
They can sample that and then cue it constantly so that friend will never live it down. It's pretty cool.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Much like how you hear on a radio station.
Exactly. Jake has brought us to the music studio.
Yes.
This is professional.
It's definitely professional, yeah. It's professional in a sense that you can produce quality tracks, but it is designed for our students. And our students as young as 6 years old come in here and create projects. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool.
But isn't that generation smarter than ours anyways?
They definitely are.
Yes.
I mean, we're definitely living in a world where 3-year-olds are unlocking your phone and downloading apps. So this is not over their head. You know what I mean? This is definitely something that they can apply, and we do it all the time. It's amazing to see.
Oh my gosh.
This is one of our 2 studios. This is our smaller one. The primary function is singer-songwriter. We can record guitar, vocal, piano. And one of the main functions is to put all of that together. So if you have a student that can sing and play piano, this is where they learn to put that together and create an entire song.
So the scholastic part comes in again.
Definitely.
Where just because I'm a good singer and I can also play it, then I build it and blend it.
Yes.
And I've got a piece that I can share with the world.
Exactly. And you know, like any profession, it really comes down to vocabulary. So for like our teenagers to know what a condenser mic is or know what a preamp is, you know, this is what's going to really prepare them for a career in music or even just making music at home, you know, in the future for fun. And because nowadays, you know, kids as young as 16, 17-year-olds, they make professional music.
Oh, sure they do.
Put it online. Put it on iTunes, you know.
I've met kids who have their own YouTube channels.
Definitely.
And I met a young man last night who had a shirt on that said something dude, perfect dude. He apparently is a YouTube.
Yeah, like a YouTuber, yeah, a little YouTube success.
Yeah, incredible, isn't it?
They started at a young age, so that's
we were born too late. Or too early, one of the two.
One of the two, yeah. I'm somewhere in there.
Yeah, you're somewhere in there.
Yeah, so.
I am.
But yeah, this is really cool. This is actually one of the projects that our students is working on. As you can see, there's multiple tracks, and it really also allows an environment of trial and error.
Yes.
So they can sing, and then they can try it over, and then we can select like the best parts. And a lot of times the students sit right next to the producer and experience how to build a track.
Okay, I was going to ask you that because I think you and I probably would agree that most people don't like the sound of their own voice. So if I've sung and I'm sitting here and the producer says, "No, you sound great."
Yeah.
How do you convince the student that you're doing great?
Well, some need more convincing than others.
Okay.
Some don't need any convincing, but
but
a lot of our students definitely, it's very important for them to hear themselves through headphones, through speakers, rather than just always standing next to a piano, you know, doing the do, re, mi's. They never really hear what they sound like to other people.
Got it.
So it's definitely an important part of the process to get them comfortable, and it comes down to confidence building, which is one of the main things we do here. A lot of confidence building. You know, these are all young, impressionable people.
Oh yeah, my gosh.
We're definitely here to encourage them and create confidence, and you know.
And it applies throughout their lives.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
That's amazing.
Definitely.
That's amazing.
So it's pretty cool. This is a cool room.
It's very cool.
Yeah, and if you're a music production student, this is actually your lesson room. So how cool is that? Yeah. So if you have any interest in making your own beats or making music and producing music electronically, this is actually your lesson room.
This is the place to be.
So it's a very unique learning environment.
Live from Geneva, Illinois.
That's right.
And absolute music.
Right here at Geneva, Illinois. That's right.
My goodness.
Definitely. Cool. All right, so you're in our DJ group lesson room. We offer private DJ lessons and group DJ lessons.
Wow.
As well as DJ birthday parties.
So you can just come in here and
yes,
it's like a fantasy world for
definitely,
DJs and wannabe DJs.
Yes, definitely. You know, anything from, like I said, private lessons to group lessons to birthday parties, which is a lot of fun for the kids. We've done a lot of DJ birthday parties. You bring your friends in here, we teach them how to DJ. It's really a blast. And so this is a DJ controller here, and as you can see, if you just spin this, you get the scratch sound, the signature scratch sound.
That is look at that.
Pretty cool, right? Hey,
Well,
not bad.
Sounds like a state legislature meeting.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. A lot of wah wah wah, right? And so this is the kind of music you can DJ. You spin that, you get a little filter action.
Ah.
And so what we teach kids is how to beat match from song to song.
So if it sounds good to me as the DJ, it might not sound good to those consuming it.
It may not. Yeah, it may not.
So you help teach them, hey, this is
Yes.
what's, okay.
Yeah. We teach them how to blend it all together and add effects and remix music. And often, the cool thing about DJing is often kids come here and they want to be a DJ,
Right.
and it leads into music production, which is actually creating your own content, which is really cool. It's more of a scholastic activity.
Right,
so
again,
this
yeah.
is really a feeder into a future in music production.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So
Wow.
it's great for kids of any ages that just want to have a fun activity to do outside of school, or to be serious into actually learning how to DJ and produce music on their own.
And then, of course, they've got the business where they're DJing for
Yeah.
dances and what have you. And
Exactly.
So let me ask you this. My son or daughter decides to come here. They want to do some DJ stuff.
Yeah,
The parents are thinking, what?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So the kids lead the way.
The kids really do lead
Yeah.
the way. We have a lot of customers who call, and their kids were the ones that said, "Hey, I found this. I want to go
Got
there."
it, got it.
Yeah. So a lot of our students came here on their own recognizance.
No
you
kidding,
know, yeah.
no kidding.
So they actually explained to the parents that they want to.
This is why it's important. This is why it's quality. Absolute music's the place to be.
Yeah, so a lot of students find us on Instagram or Facebook,
Oh, okay.
and then, and Google us, and then say, "Mom, I want to go here."
That is so cool.
We're living in a world where 10 and 12-year-olds tell you.
Oh, they direct
what
the
they wanna
consumption
do.
of everything. Yeah,
they
no
do.
kidding.
They really do. And they get all of this, and they understand that this is what they want, and they understand how to utilize the technology.
Now, do you have a facility here where it has a close and play for the parents?
What? I'm sorry.
A close and play?
A close and play? Is that before my time?
Yes.
maybe?
Remember the close and plays? You'd put a record on it, and if you wanted to stop it, you'd close it.
I do not.
And if you open it, it'd play.
I do not. I think that's a little before.
Yes,
my
it-
time. Yeah. Yeah.
Google it.
Now it is kind of fun because we do have a vinyl listening room, and a lot of kids don't know what vinyl is. So
Well, yeah.
I am old enough to know what vinyl is. I grew up on my parents' vinyl, but it is fun to watch the 8-year-olds come in and go, "What is that spinny disc thing?"
But is it true the music's purer? Or is that just what they say in terms of it's more poetic and it's
what
more?
they say.
That's what they say.
Although I don't know if
Who knows?
I don't know if the kids nowadays have the attention span to know the difference.
Yeah, true.
With
true.
the sound of the analog, but regardless, it is fun to watch them come in and go in the vinyl room and
Oh my gosh.
kind of learn what that is exactly.
Talk about nostalgia.
Yeah, definitely nostalgia.
Yeah.
So this is the new vinyl,
Yes, it is.
the new turntable. So pretty cool. Party people. All right.
I like it. We've moved from the DJ room,
Yes.
and during our walk, we learned a lot about you.
Yes.
Now, this place is cool, but this place was built by you.
Definitely. Yeah.
Jake Fairbanks, ladies and gentlemen, fifth generation Genevan,
Yeah.
grew up in Geneva, attended Harrison Street Elementary School, Coltrap
true.
Middle School, Geneva High School, and this is your creation. And you told me earlier, you envisioned this and then you built it.
Definitely. I was definitely a creative kid.
Clearly.
Probably considered an interesting kid to many.
Yeah.
In Geneva, much authority in Geneva. I was considered to be creative and inventive, and
Yeah.
I was always a little bit of a visionary. So I honestly envisioned all of this.
That's
and
incredible.
Then the fun part is to have the ability to actually then build it.
Right. Right.
So from the light fixtures to the decor to the windows, I definitely envisioned it and then built it.
Because you're a professional contractor.
Yeah, professional.
You got skills beyond just music.
Yeah, definitely.
So this really reflects your personality, your love, your passion.
yeah.
That's amazing. Just amazing. So we're in this new concept room.
Yes. Yeah.
Of course, since I'm much older than you, I have no idea what I'm looking at.
It's basically called the maker space.
The maker
That's
space.
the trigger word. Yeah, it's called the maker space.
I like it.
And it's a 3D printing room. So what we do here is these are all 3D printers.
Okay.
And this allows our students to create and design items and invent and create items in 3D modeling platform software and then print it out into real life.
You have 6 3D printers.
Actually, we have
7?
6 and then 4 on this side.
So 10?
A total of 10
I
3D
mean,
printers.
a large community
Yeah.
would
Yeah, definitely.
love to have this type of
Yeah,
technology.
they definitely would. Yeah, this is very new, and it's very revolutionary, and kids honestly love it. It's an amazing extracurricular activity for them.
And they take to it naturally, don't they?
They definitely do. Yeah. So
Wow.
the concept is they can design and create something with one of our instructors,
Okay.
and then just print it out into real life. And here's some of the stuff we printed.
That is so
We
cool.
can also scan. We can also scan people. This is one of our instructors that we
the
printed.
gentleman we saw earlier walking
Yeah.
down the hall?
Yep. This
Yeah,
is
I
actually
thought
a
that
3D
might be
model
him.
of him, and we actually scanned
I thought it was
him.
Beethoven at first. It looks,
And actually, I had the idea to scan you today.
well, there's not enough plastic or bandwidth.
Yeah. Well, we can scan the top half.
That sounds good. That's even
not
better,
bad.
man.
So I had the idea to do that, and if you want, you can sit over here and we can actually scan you in,
Yeah,
and
let's
we'll
do
a
it.
3D printed model. So as you can see, there you are on the screen,
I look smaller.
and we're going to do a 3D printed scan. So let's just start our scan. And as you can see, the white spots will fill in, and there you go, you're already a 3D model. So we just got to walk all the way around, and you just wait for it to fill in all the pixelation. And this scanner is actually reading all the features of your head, which is rather large. Let's see here.
I hear that all the time.
Just stay still.
Now, is that actually my gray matter, or is that just lack of gray
You're going to
matter?
see the back of your head for the first time in a while here. Let's see if right to your ear.
There's nothing in there to stop it.
All right, so there you are.
That is freaky. What a screensaver.
So here, let me sit down.
When we do our JFK.
So yeah, this is your 3D printed scan. Now, as you can see, it's hollow. Okay. So
Which a lot of people accuse me of being.
yeah, there you go. It's a replication of reality.
It's extreme.
So now, if I solidify it, that's how we get our 3D printed model. So we just hit solidify, and once this process is done, it fills in the blanks, and there you go.
Oh, my
How cool
goodness.
is that? So now it's solid and pretty much ready to be printed. So a print like this will take about, depending on the size, it can take like 8 to 10 hours. So it's definitely something.
Really?
Yeah, once you create, you have to print and come back the next day, and it'll be waiting there for you. It'll be much like
Could you get one like the size of this table?
if you had a printer big enough. Yeah, but we don't have one of those yet. Yeah, but you
Because I
could.
want to put that at the intersection of 3rd and State.
Yeah, right.
Caution.
In bronze.
In bronze.
Yeah, in bronze. All right, so that's it. This thing's ready to go.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Okay, so you're in our music production technology room. This again is utilized as a group lesson room and individual lessons for music production.
Wow.
We also use it for all of our students to come in here and take note reading tests on the Apple computer.
Okay.
We find that kids these days learn a lot more on the screen. They're more
Sure.
apt to, with all the iPads and phones
Absolutely.
nowadays. And so we experimented with it a few years ago, and kids actually it accelerates their knowledge of note reading by using that test, which is screen-based.
So if you've got a lot of kids in here, are they all on their...
They can either be on headphones and then
okay,
performing individually on the computer, or they can be in a group lesson where they're actually responding off of each other. So they could actually be playing different parts on different computers.
Okay.
Almost like an electronic band. So it's pretty cool.
Interesting.
This is the software that we teach a lot of our students. As you can see, nowadays with the piano, any instrument can be played. So here you have the traditional piano. So you have a traditional piano sound, all right?
Sure do.
And then if you want like a synth sound, a harpsichord, you could have drums.
Wow.
So everything's done through the piano now. So you can create an entire band, which a lot of our students do. This is a student project that someone's been working on. So they,
This is what you're playing. This is a cool tune.
yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Yeah. So that's one of our young students making a song on the computer. So we really
That's
teach
a great...
them.
I love that tune.
Yeah, and one of the things you don't learn in a lot of music lessons is the architecture to music. When to add a drum or when to subtract, a drum or a bass or a guitar.
Interesting.
So we teach a lot of that as far as the design of music.
That's a great phrase. The architecture of music.
Architecture of music, yeah, exactly. And you can actually visually see it. Where, when we were kids, you really couldn't do that. It was
Right.
all paper and
Exactly.
just, jam with your friends. Now you can actually visualize what music looks like. And kids pick up this software in the first few months of lessons. It's unbelievable.
So the music and music theory has really become just cool.
It really has become cool. So the cool thing is a student can plug in a guitar and they basically have access to any amp that's ever existed, pretty much any sound ever. If you click on your pedal board here, see this? Remember these
Yeah.
little pedals you have as a
course.
kid? So all of these pedals, you can just drag it over and drop it, and then now you have that pedal. So you can just have any sound basically accessible, and you can load drums and play along with it with the guitar.
That is neat.
Yeah, and really it comes down to workflow. So if you're interested in playing
okay.
guitar and you learn some songs on the guitar, you can quickly load drums and in minutes be playing what you had on your mind along with drums, rather than seeking out a drummer.
Right.
In a traditional music lesson environment, you're teaching a kid an instrument. And it's a very isolated event, and they learn that song, and they really can't apply that song directly to anything, unless they have like a group of friends and start a band. Where here, they can go home and go on the computer and take what they learned and actually create an entire song with all different instruments. It's really cool.
We've known for decades that students who excel in music excel in other areas as well.
Definitely. I think if you excel in music, you definitely excel in life. You have a more diverse life,
Absolutely.
a more successful life, and it's an amazing thing. So and this kids are definitely ready for this these days. These young kids. It's crazy.
It's fascinating.
So it's a fun room. It's a lot of fun.
I love that tune. That's really cool.
And so you can actually recreate drums. So it's a very hands-on digital environment for kids nowadays with music. And I think one of the frustrations with a lot of kids in areas like ours is they have these things at home. They don't know how to use them. They ask their parents to buy them. And when they come here, we can actually really teach them how to apply this.
Wow.
And we can combine it with the traditional education that parents value as well.
Of course, yeah.
And it's really just a great match. So the kid gets to have fun, and they get to apply it in a technological way that they're used to. And the parents, receive accolades as far as the kid learning
Right.
music theory and all the
Just the
fundamentals.
cross-pollination.
The cross-pollination,
is
yeah.
incredible.
Definitely. Check
I
out
like
this
that
little
music
thing.
playing when we begin the council meetings.
All right.
Folks, we're back into one of the lesson rooms here at Absolute Music, and we're joined by one of the professional voice coaches, my friend Cassie.
Hello.
So Cassie, thank you very much.
Of course.
I'm talking so quiet now.
I know. We're in the
Should I
lesson
talk
room.
quiet?
No, you don't have to.
Okay, good. So we're in the lesson room. Young men, young women come to perfect or improve their vocal skills.
Correct.
And they come to you. Mm-hmm. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
Now, you told me earlier you've been on board since June.
Yes. So
And you-
relatively new.
And this young lady has performed in theater all over the country, primarily the Midwest, graduate of Rockford College. So you're a talent in and of yourself. And now you're lending your talent to help others achieve their success.
Absolutely, yes.
That's so cool. So I come in, I want to improve my skills. Where do you begin?
Well, I like to start, depending on the instrument, all of the instructors here were very versatile with
Right.
what we know, because not only do I teach voice, but I teach piano, guitar as well. So depending on what the students' goals are, I always start with that, and then
Right.
we create kind of a criteria, kind of like a foundation of what it is they want to learn,
Okay.
and then we base the lessons, we cater the lessons based on what each individual student wants to learn.
Got it. And how much, this is an interesting question, how much patience is required?
It depends on the student.
Okay, got it. And we're not going to use names.
Yeah, no, but definitely, like, you have to be empathetic, and you have to
Of course.
understand, that your level is going to be higher than theirs, but also, you have to know how to connect with the student
Got
and
it.
how to communicate with them in a way to improve their talent, because everyone who comes in here, they're already talented. So
Got it,
it's a
okay.
matter of improving that talent.
And as a student, I'm impatient because I want to be the next big thing,
Yeah.
or I want to perform at a competition in 2 weeks. Come on, Cassie, tell me what to do so I'm ready.
Right. No, and we do have students like
Okay.
that, who have, they have auditions, or they're,
Wow.
doing choir. There's things that are going on consistently for these kids. So, sometimes we have to adjust the lesson depending on what it is they're ready for or what it is they're working towards. And that's okay. You know, we spend the hour just preparing them for their endeavors and just making sure that they're prepared and ready.
Wow. And you have students from all over Chicagoland.
Yeah. Geneva, Batavia, Bartlett, Elgin, all over the place.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Now, I think the viewers want to know, if I'm hanging out with you and we're watching The Voice, is that a good experience? Or are you too polished to watch that without a...
Oh, I mean, I love The Voice.
Yeah.
I think everyone's really good. So
A great coach right there.
Yeah.
A great coach. So what's your message to the young men and women who want to just either experiment with or actually pursue being a better artist, whether it be vocals or instruments?
And I think one thing I would say is, in order to be better at any instrument, you know, whether it's voice, guitar, piano, saxophone, whatever you're working on, the main component to get really, really good is you have to practice. And, you know, consistency is key for anything that you want to be good at. So just keep practicing, get someone to help you improve your skills, you know, whether it's here, but, you know, obviously you should come here. But you know, just work hard, ask questions, and never give up.
And your voice is an instrument.
Absolutely,
to say the least.
Yeah.
So as we conclude this brief interview here in the lesson room, do you want to sing your way out of this thing and say thank you for joining us?
Thank you for joining us.
Wow. Thank you, Cassie. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, as we were touring the studio here at Absolute Music, we ran into Brianna, who was here for a vocal lesson with Cassie, who we met earlier. Brianna, pleasure to meet you. And thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks.
You're a junior in high school. You come from a suburb east of Geneva. You're here to meet and visit with Cassie. Your love of music, lifetime love,
Yeah.
and lifetime singing?
Yeah.
Yeah? How long have you been singing?
Maybe almost a year.
No kidding.
I think it's been a year.
Yeah?
I think it's been longer than a year. So.
And Absolute Music is the place to be. Is that right?
Yes.
And why do you, as a student, believe Absolute Music is the best place to train?
I like that I can come in here with like just lyrics to a song.
Okay.
And then they help me make it to like music, and they make it sound like a great song.
So you write your own music too? Oh, that's neat. So you write it, you perform it, you craft it all together. So when you're big and famous, you'll come back and visit with us?
Yeah.
Promise?
Yeah.
I've got that on tape, folks. Well, Brianna, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And enjoy your lesson.
Thanks.
Thanks. Jake, we're now in the larger...
Yes, this is the crown jewel of Absolute Music.
Crown jewel.
Yeah, this is our full functioning recording studio. We can record an entire band, vocal tracks, drums, piano, everything. It's also set up as a classroom, as you can see with the movie theater style seating.
Incredible.
It's set up as a classroom so we can teach multiple students how to work, you know, this. And this is a great environment for any student that's interested in getting into music production, video production, or recording, analog, you know, band recording.
I mean, the look and feel, again, this is from a neophyte, but the look and feel, this is legit.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's a full functioning recording studio,
It's
definitely.
amazing.
Yeah, you have a touchscreen environment using Apple Logic and Pro Tools. And this enables a lot of our teenage students to really learn how a studio functions. And you know, maybe if they're thinking of, you know, again, going to Columbia or another music program at another college, this really prepares them and gives them an advantage. So our students leave here really having a vast knowledge of how to operate a studio before actually going to school for it.
So do you find sometimes that the students who are performing musically, they bring in students and friends who just want to, quote, do the stuff?
Yes, and we do offer recording services as well as if you're not a student, you can actually come here and record.
Okay.
We have a lot of people that call and they want to do a piece to get into a college or maybe into a competition like, you know, The Voice or we've had a lot of people come here and do that, like auditioning tapes for plays.
Cool.
It's also a reward for a lot of our students as far as, like, you know, they're working hard towards something, and a vocalist who's singing. This is really a great incentive for them to do well, to come in here and complete a piece and be able to perform in this environment. So it definitely works as far as a leader, as to inspire them to do well and study hard. So it's
beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice.
And you built it all.
Definitely.
We've had a wonderful visit here at Absolute Music, and Jake, you've been a tremendous host.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you, definitely.
Let's make certain we tell everybody where you're located, your website, your phone number, all the important information.
Sure. Well, we're at 611 East State Street, Geneva, Illinois. Our website is www.absolutemusicacademy.com. Phone number is 630-LESSONS. That's 630-537-7667. You like that? Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Very creative guy.
And we do offer free trials. We start as early as 4 to 6 years old and service all the way up to adults for music lessons and all the other services that you've seen today. So if you're interested, give us a call. Free trial lesson, no obligation to sign up, and your kids will have a lot of fun.
Well, thank you very much.
Definitely.
And congratulations on your success.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. All
Thank
right.
you.
Great.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another edition of Business Beat. Thank you.